stop saying cheesy stuff like brainwashed? Washing your brain is, like, really nasty.
But still, even if our brainwashing is undone, the memories we've made up till now will be erased, right?
Does that mean we'll completely forget everything we did on this island? I don't want that.
It doesn't matter what you want. That's the reality.
I guess we could maybe sort of, like, I'm not sure if the footage of this island is saved somewhere. We could re-experience it that way if we really wanted to.
Every meaningless thing that happened here will vanish from your minds.
Meaningless. Vanish. What? I mean, we'll still have, like, our school memories, so it's not like we'll completely forget about each other. If anything, we'll probably learn more about each other. Except for Chiaki. Except for Chiaki. Does that include her, too? If we lose our memories of this world, I'm willing to forget she ever existed, right? If that happens, does it really mean that she, in existence confined to this world, is really going to disappear? She risked her life to protect us. We won't even remember she existed?
Memory's not all that'll go back to normal. If you've lost a limb, like Nagito, it'll still be gone when...
Makoto, out of curiosity, what is the current state of our bodies in the real world, specifically?
Stop!
Going back to reality in that condition, that's like a bad joke.
We're not joking. That is your past. Nobody can escape their past.
We don't know anything about that past!
Hey, why did we become ultimate despair in the first place?
I asked the same thing in the real world, but nobody would give me an answer.
It seems my teachings were quite thorough. However, if you ask me...
People who cling to stuff like hope, talent, or admiration are truly the weakest.
Huh?
Guys who desperately want to reach the top. They don't think about what'll happen when they're pushed off. They're probably too concerned with having a really nice view while they condescend to others. Shoving off guys like that is so easy. I happen to know 17,082 ways to do that.
That's an oddly specific number.
The point is, the moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
That's not even an explanation.
Then, what if you think about it like this? It turns out that you guys being ultimate despair was just part of the game world.
What?
And in truth, those guys from the Future Foundation might be part of the game world too.
And it's plausible? And we really can't trust anything in here, can we?
They're simply side characters of the game world whose role is to offer hopeless hope to you guys. Well, after saying all that, I don't even know what's real and what's a game anymore.
Are you kidding around?
Enough. My patience is wearing thin. Let's hurry and start the shutdown sequence already.
Before you do that, we've got to do some reviewing.
Oh.
When you guys activate the shutdown, you'll revert back to when you were known as Ultimate Despair.
Okay.
And your dead friends will never be revived.
Yeah.
And the embodiment of despair, aka me, will be erased, thereby preserving hope in the real world.
It's quite the... Well, not a great deal.
Now then, will the hope of the Future Foundation win? Or will my despair win? All right! Things are starting to heat up!
This isn't a game, you know.
Well, literally it is.
Au contraire. This is a game. The game of hope and despair that started with your killing school life. That explains why these chumps who weren't around last time have been reduced to mere side characters.
I'd argue against that, but I mean, she's kind of right.
You called us chumps again!
Because it's true! Most importantly, the killing school trip wasn't just for your sake.
Huh?
There was a more important goal there. The goal of luring a specific group of people. Ah, since now's a great time, why don't we make that the question?
Question?
As long as we're in the game world, the rules say I gotta ask questions every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
So, question. Who did I lure and how did I do it? The hint is, I get bored easily, so the same outcome as the killing school life would be a pain in the ass. Okie dokie, let's all think about it together.
Same outcome as the killing school life. Do I just have to remember what occurred there? People drink or lured, the method. I should try connecting those dots. There should be an answer there. Okay. I'm not entirely clear on the nature of the question here, but 7 minutes. I would assume she lured back the previous survivors. That is what we're getting at here. Oh. Like, here we go. This is a pretty simple course so far. Pleasant. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. Who did Junko Inoshima want to lure? Hopeseek Academy's headmaster, the Future Foundation, or Ultimate Despair? I guess the Future Foundation? I fell up on the answer. On the answering segments. That's a new low. My logic dive skills. What happens if you run out of time on this? Probably the standard sort of. You ran on a out of time thing. Oh, come on. Okay, where's my next question? I'm ready. I'm not ready. I also think that the background here sort of looks like a spiral galaxy. Gotta stop looking at the background and actually look at what I'm doing. That might help. Oh, that was close. Whoa, that was very... Ah, I'm back here again. Okay. Dang. Okay. Sorry I made fun of the difficulty of the course. Also, we're losing all the time here. Okay, we're fine. There we go. Question 2. What bait was used to lure the Future Foundation? Junko herself, a glitch, or the killings? I guess the killings, right? Saw how terrible our life was here, and they're like, oh no, we gotta do something. Oop. Getting pretty extreme over here. It really feels like it could be the grand finale of logic dives. Pretty intense. Question 3. What did Junko use to force them to watch the killings? Surveillance cameras, surveillance camera, or surveillance caramel? I guess the surveillance cameras. Plural. Surveillance caramel. Oh, it's not over. So, whoo! I kind of lost focus there for a bit. There we go.
It's all coming together.
Byaku would be so disappointed with me if I said surveillance caramel.
Got it. You used the surveillance cameras. You were trying to lure the Future Foundation by showing them the footage you were recording, weren't you?
The surveillance cameras? That's what they were being used for?
In the previous Killing School life, the surveillance camera footage was broadcast outside of the school. You used the cameras that were placed throughout the entire island for the same purpose.
Ding, ding, ding! I was broadcasting the Killing School trip live to every member of the Future Foundation.
Ooh, all of them. Thanks.
The footage you recorded with the surveillance cameras was shown to the Future Foundation?
I imagine their opinion of us isn't great after we killed each other so much.
What shall I do? I did a lot of disgraceful things in front of those cameras.
You sure did.
Heck yeah.
I will never be queen now. Please forget what you saw. So you guys were watching us? Then why didn't you come rescue us earlier?
We tried to hack in many times, but the virus within the program blocked us at every turn.
Yeah, I guess you don't have your Ultimates programmer anymore, so...
Not only that, the Neo World program stopped accepting shutdown commands from the outside. As a last resort, we considered cutting power to the program, but...
That doesn't seem like a great idea.
We didn't know what would happen to the subjects if we cut the power while the program was still running. There's no way we'd jeopardize your safety by taking such a gamble.
Well, that's good to know, at least.
Even so, we kept trying over and over again, until it was finally possible for us to enter the program just a short time ago.
And you came all the way here when you knew it was a trap. I get it. You couldn't just leave them alone. If you saw people dying one by one with your own eyes by the same killing game you guys played, hope dictates that you act all high and mighty and say, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna stop it this time, right?"
Yeah. And actually, funnily enough, more people died this time.
Hey, don't tell me that's the reason you made us go through all this.
Yeah, basically.
Of course we made you do it for that reason. We orchestrated this game instead of killing you outright, solely to show it off to the Future Foundation.
We were forced to solve puzzles and riddles just so you could show it off to the Future Foundation?
That's why you guys are chumps. You're just the bait I used to catch a big fish called the Future Foundation. But it's not my fault, you know. This game is a fight between the Future Foundation and me. You guys were just instigators in the background.
Hey.
But you guys already knew that when you chose to play this game, right?
What do you mean by that?
Just 1 second, please. That sounds as though we...
Wait, are you insinuating this is premeditated on our parts?
As though we wanted to come to this world of our own free will. But that's precisely the truth. You guys chose to be instigators, and you were willingly taken into the Neo World program. To provide the opportunity I needed to push this battle between hope and despair into overtime.
That's not great.
That's right. The reason the ultimate despairs began killing each other was set up by the group itself.
Ah.
That's just your imagination.
Naive Makoto totally fell for the trap. Oh, and now your face is filled with a lovely shade of despair.
Whoa, that despair is fucking obvious. You're here to rescue the assholes who set this up in the first place.
But like, we don't remember doing that, so like, you know.
Don't go blaming us for this.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you guys. This time around, I might be able to fill these guys with despair.
We do not feel despair. Even if this was all a trap, we will never regret coming here.
And this is the only thing we could do to stop you.
And I guess other than unplugging the thing and sacrificing us. Which, thanks for not doing that, by the way.
But nevertheless, it's all over. We will shut you down and end all of this.
You're pretty fucking desperate. Oh, that's pretty fucking obvious. If you don't initiate the shutdown, those future Foundation fuckwits are gonna be trapped here forever.
Trapped? Why would that happen?
Didn't I already explain it? You know, the graduation exam rule.
That's Monokuma. There are two options, graduate and repeat, right? You just have to choose one of them and press it. All of you will cast your vote, and whichever one has the majority will be considered your final decision.
But that's not all, right? In order to pass the graduation exam, there was one more requirement.
The other requirement to pass the graduation exam is the teacher's final decision.
I see. As I recall, we also need the teacher's final decision.
To participate in the graduation program, you need my permission as your acting teacher, you know? What does that mean? You won't end with just a majority vote? After the vote, I'm going to judge every single one of you to see if it's okay for you to graduate or not. So even if we vote, you're saying we won't graduate unless you acknowledge it?
Obviously, there's no way I'd let the members of the Future Foundation graduate. So if you can't activate the shutdown, the Foundation will enter the endless life of repeating the grade.
Ooh.
That's only if the shutdown sequence doesn't activate, right?
But that's impossible.
I mean, technically, it would only take one defector.
Everyone here understands how dangerous it is to release you into the real world.
We know that all too well. I mean, she's been bad-mouthing us this whole time.
Oh. Looks like you shouldn't have talked so much. Out of the mouth comes evil, so they say.
It's true that we fell for this trap, and that we run the risk of not being able to go back. But what's wrong with that? Thinking we'd back down because of something like that is a huge mistake.
Gotta take risks.
That's my line. Thinking your little shutdown plan will succeed is a huge mistake.
Huh?
You're totally overestimating those chumps over there. There's no way they'll start the shutdown sequence.
Why not?
Look upon their faces. They look like piglets who were forced to watch their mom roasting on a spit.
Ooh.
There's no fucking way they'll initiate the shutdown just to go back to being ultimate despair.
That is... well... Junko, I don't care what you say. I've decided to believe in everyone.
Well, thanks, Makoto.
It's true that they walked the wrong path before, but that's all in the past now. What I believe in is not their past, but their futures.
I was totally waiting for a protagonistic line like that. When I crush you with despair, such ecstasy.
No matter what you do to me, I will never fall into despair.
Wrong. I'm not the one who's gonna make you fall into despair.
What are we getting at here?
That's the Mastermind's job, and they'll be appearing very soon.
The mastermind? I thought... Is that not you?
Mastermind?
Mastermind? Someone else is coming?
That can't be. It's just a bluff.
You should never make the last character who appears in a detective story turn out to be the mastermind.
Fair.
But I always fall into that pattern, so I was kind of worried about that.
Enough already. What are you talking about?
Oh well, let's bring him out with lots of energy. It's Mr. Izuru Kamakura!
Izuru... Kamakura?
What? Him? That name, I've heard it before. That person was called the Ultimate Hope. But that shouldn't be all he was. That's right, I've seen a person called Izuru Kamakura somewhere else. I recall that person was... the founder of the Academy?
I see!
Is he even alive?
Izuru Kamakura. Isn't that the name of the founder of Hope's Peak Academy? It was written on the placard beneath the portrait of the Academy's founder. That name. It was definitely Izuru Kamakura, right?
However, based on the information I know, the man known as Izuru Kamakura...
If I recall, he's a super genius who acquired many talents. He was even called the Ultimate Hope, right?
Yes.
Hmm? Does the founder have the same name as that Ultimate Hope guy?
Perhaps it's the other way around?
Is that kind of coincidence even possible?
Relation.
The Future Foundation might know something, right?
How about it, Kyoko?
Even within Hope's Peak Academy, there's very little information about a person called Izuru Kamakura. It's a mystery if such a person ever really existed. And not just that, the matter was closed without ever being settled because of that incident.
If you do not know, then please allow me. Providing hopelessly skilled explanations is a quirk of mine. The reason Izuru's existence continues to be such a mystery is because the Academy hid it.
Right, there was a cover-up.
Why did the Academy hide his existence?
If I recall, they were trying to protect their superior talent. They even called it mankind's hope, correct?
However, that prodigious student ended up killing 13 student council members at Hope's Peak Academy.
That's rough.
Izuru is the killer responsible for Hope's Peak Academy's biggest, most awful event.
And until you came around.
And you're the one who set it up, right?
Information about Izuru completely vanished after that incident.
We thought Junko and Ashima killed them? Oh, don't say such cruel things. Izuru Kamakura is very much alive.
But how?
Isn't that right, Hajime?
No. No. Me? No. There must be a mistake. Huh?
What? I am... what?
Like I said, you're Izuru Kamakura.
Well then, I didn't expect to be the mole.
Huh?
Alrighty. If you don't understand, I'll explain it to you till you do understand.
You're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're Izuru Kamakura, you're...
Hold on! Seriously, what are you talking about?
That's what explanation was that.
Liar! There's no way. There's no way Hajime is Izuru Kamakura!
Why not? Why not? Is it because I'm so untalented? Is that why?
Izuru is that ultimate hope, right? But Hajime is...
Good, say it. Watch your mouth, boy.
That's right. Hajime is one of those reserve course dropouts and has no talent whatsoever. But the fact that he's really Izuru Kamakura makes all this much more hopeless.
I'm Izuru Kamakura? How could I be him? I didn't found the school. Clearly.
Good news, Hajime! Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course student, he had a talent all along. Ultimate hope.
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity, was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then
kinda makes
Hajime's
sense.
name is fake?
Hey, I didn't know.
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Then
looking-
Izuru is your fake name?
Oh no, my portrait. I'm
Hey,
losing it.
You're lying to us, right?
Not
I
intentionally.
do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be Created Hope?
Created hope?
That might be Izuru.
I don't know what our angle here is. I'm the ultimate hope. Then the card, me and Izuru Kamakura are. What did Hope Seek Academy do to me?
Good news, Hajime!
We have reserve department, division.
Even though you were mocked for being a reserve course
What's the Hope
student.
Cultivation Plan? Let's take a look at this. The Hope Cultivation Plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy attempted to create a true hope by consolidating the results of all their research. Interesting. I'm not sure. That could maybe pair with Makoto's line.
He had a talent all along! Ultimate hope!
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
The tragedy could maybe be another angle here. The tragedy of Hope Peak specifically. Hope's Academy invested all their resources to create Izuru Kamakura, the ultimate hope. Izuru was later involved in an incident in which he brutally murdered 13 members of the student council. Despite the Academy's efforts to conceal this incident, a certain someone took advantage of this incident to provoke the dissatisfied reserve department students into rising against the Academy. Okay. I think the tragedy is relevant. What about the reserve department? A department populated by reserve course students who took general entrance exams, in contrast to the main department, which recruited ultimate level students established to secure funds for Hope's Academy. Okay. Am I trying to disprove that I'm him? But what about the Academy's founder? Okay, I don't think that helps. Yes.
In order to hide Izuru's identity, was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be Created Hope?
Created Hope.
It might be Izuru.
Alright, I think my best, because I think I probably need to agree with Makoto here. Because I either agree with Makoto or I'm disagreeing with Fihiko about me being hidden. Which I'm not sure what that would get me, but I think go again. I think the Hope Cultivation Plan, right? Cultivation, as in creating, consolidating. Yeah. And it was classified. It could be about me.
Reserve course student.
Maybe.
He had a talent all along.
Does that mean I'm a murderer?
How can someone from the reserve course have such an amazing talent like that?
In order to hide Izuru's identity, was he hidden in the reserve course?
Then Hajime's name is fake?
There's no doubt I'm Hajime Hinata. I've always had that name ever since I was born.
Then Izuru is your fake name?
Hey, you weren't lying to us, right?
I do not want any more last-minute plot twists.
Could it be Created Hope?
That must be it.
Yeah. Am I agreeing that I'm him though? Like,
Created Hope. Are you talking about the Hope Cultivation Plan?
Hope Cultivation Plan. What is that?
A while back, I saw a file kept by the Future Foundation. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy was researching a breakthrough plan to cultivate personal talent.
It's true, it was a breakthrough plan. After all, it was a plan to create the perfect genius.
Create? For the longest time, the Hope Cultivation Plan was the earnest wish of Hope's Peak Academy.
was?
In fact, that's why the Academy was established. Part of that plan was researching the talents of Ultimates.
Uh-huh.
Because the plan was so important, they adopted the name of the Academy's founder. And called it the Izuru Kamakura Project.
Izuru Kamakura Project?
Just a little while ago, they were finally able to reach the experimental stage of that plan. From there, they set their sights on the reserve course dropouts to use them as lab rats.
A dropout? Wait, you're saying not only was I in the reserve course, but I'm a dropout too?
Why did they use the reserve course as lab rats?
A plan to create talent artificially requires test subjects that are wholly lacking in talent. From that group of reserve course students, The one who was finally chosen was Hajime, who stands before you now.
Hey guys, what can I say? I'm a man of mystery, a man of many talents, one could say.
Why me?
Because you admired Hope's Peak Academy more than anybody else.
Huh?
You still don't get it? You were used by the Academy. They exploited your feelings of admiration toward hope and talent just to use you as a lab rat.
What?
See? Didn't I tell you? The moment you cling to talent and hope, despair has already set in.
Lies. That's definitely a lie.
And after many surprises, Hajime Hinata was transformed into Izuru 1.0!
Did you say transformed?
What did they do to him?
Unless you're willing to go to extremes, it's impossible to change a normal person into a perfect genius. So naturally, they went to extremes.
But specifically?
By directly interfering with his brain, Hope's Peak Academy transformed Hajime Hinata into a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself, known as Izuru Kamakura.
It's like sophisticated brain surgery.
Eventually, Izuru became an ultimate despair, thanks to me. But all I did to Izuru was simply break his spirit. That's nothing compared to what Hope's Peak Academy did to him. Not even close. Seriously, it's scary how determined the researchers were to mess with the human brain that much. Doing such inhumane acts that nobody else is capable of with such a calm mind and a steady hand. I admire it so much, it makes my mind numb. By the way, you're just a simple avatar right now, so even if you touch your head, you won't feel the scar.
Right.
Did they really do something like that?
Apparently. Hey, Kyoko, wasn't your dad in charge of this place for like several years? What the heck? What the heck, girl? Like, I knew you were like estranged from him, so like it's not like it's your fault, but like, and your dad was messed up.
But if you think about it, if Hajime gets out of here, he's gonna be a super genius, right?
Yeah, what's not to love?
Like I said, he's not Hajime. He's a completely different person whose specialty is talent itself.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. So you're saying I'm gonna experience like a complete death of personality here. Because the me that entered Hope's Peak is nothing like the me that currently exists. And the Avatar is based on the me that entered Hope's Peak.
Oh. Different person? How is he different?
All of his senses, emotions, thoughts, and hobbies that interfere with acquiring talent have been excised.
Oh. Huh. Well then, wow.
Huh?
All of his memories of the past have been forcefully suppressed into the darkest recesses of his mind.
Huh?
Emotions, thoughts, hobbies? He doesn't even have a memory? It sounds like he is a completely different person.
So that's why it's so surprising that Hajime even exists here at all, even if he's just an avatar. The Neo World program must have dug up those memories and rebuilt his old personality from data from the past.
I cannot help but feel impressed that the Neo World program was able to accomplish such a feat.
Well.
But as for Hajime, he probably would have been better off if he stayed erased.
Hey. What's that supposed to mean?
Then, when Hajime returns to his original state after the shutdown...
Yeah, it sounds like I'm a humorless automaton that cares for nothing but self-improvement.
He'll disappear.
Disappear?
All that will remain is Izuru Kamakura, an entirely different personality created by Hope's Peak Academy. He will no longer be Hajime Hinata.
Disappear. I'm going to disappear. Step into the box and who comes out? Disappear. 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 Okay, the glow to disappear. Disappear, 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 disappear. Oh. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Huh, really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. It's disappointing, we seem to get along pretty well. Hey, can I see you again? There's no reason to meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talents, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You really don't play along, do you? Oh no.
Hajime?
Was that me? No, that's not me!
That's what you are. That's who Izuru Kamakura is. You're the one who brought me into this world. You're Izuru Kamakura, the mastermind behind all of this.
I mean, mission accomplished, I guess? Nearly?
Huh?
Could it be? The one who uploaded you into the Neo World program was...
It's not me!
Just so you know, as long as your brain has been messed with, you can't undo it no matter how hard you try.
Oh, like what? I'm just dead.
Have no way to be saved, you say? But you already know what you must do.
I do? I already know how I can be saved. These are all terrible options. I can't do any of these. When she's asking for... No, these... No! I can't... No! I can't do either... No! No. If I repeat, it's bad. If I graduate... She just repeats. No. What if I kill someone? Hey! Too late for that? Yeah, maybe I just want to graduate. Get out of here. Yeah.
I see. I just need to choose graduated.
Right, one dissenter and the whole plan goes up in flames.
Huh?
In that case, the Hajime avatar will be uploaded into his real body. So, Hajime will be safely reborn. Truly a royal road to a hopeless, happy ending.
Hear me out, guys. What if we graduate and then we just kill all the people who've died, their bodies, like immediately, before they wake up even, right? Just slaughter them all. We all get to keep our personalities, and, you know, the Junkos all die. Win-win for everyone.
Hold on. You can't do that.
If you do that, everyone who died will be taken over by Junko's alter ego.
Well, just kill him. Slice him up. You know, you got backup out there, right? Don't you? Have a hero or actually, you know who would love to? You get Jill on the case there. Just slice them up. Anyone watching right now?
Like, if you guys don't start the shutdown, the Future Foundation will be trapped here. I can't allow the Future Foundation to sacrifice themselves for the ultimate despairs.
Jeez, you should have said so before.
Oh, right, the Future
You guys
Foundation
aren't
was like,
honest
but I'll
at
be
all.
fine. I'll be saved. I mean, someone has to sacrifice, it would seem. And the question is, shall it be me?
That's not it. What we're saying is,
We have to protect the world from despair, you say? Okay, that's getting so old. Do you really have to sacrifice yourselves just to protect the world in the first place? What if the world's hope is different from your hope?
It's a very Nagato line.
Even if the world is happy, it's meaningless if you aren't happy.
That's...
Plus, the Future Foundation wants to kill all the ultimate despairs, right? Once you go back to being ultimate despair, the Future Foundation's punishment time will activate. It would be absolutely dreadful if that were to happen.
Not just dreadful.
Yeah, I'm struggling to come up with a way we get out of this in a relatively decent shape.
It's rather fucking hopeless, don't you think?
Yeah.
And can you guys even endure that? Everything that happened here will just end up being a meaningless game. Everything you felt, awe, friendship, love, there won't even be save data left of it. The girl you love and the guy you hate grow weaker and skinnier each day they lay immobilized. And in Hajime's case, his very existence is going to disappear. All because of the academy he loves so much. Will you be able to endure such despair? Who are you going to endure it for? For people you've never met before? For people who don't even appreciate you? Does that sound like hope to you?
You can't believe her! That's how she works!
What's the counter argument, Makoto? You're asking me to erase my whole existence.
that's what she does, so she can lure you all toward despair.
There is no reason to listen to her. Hurry up and start the shutdown.
Oh, hold on.
What is it? Why are we still waiting? Do you still not understand what's going to happen to the real world if Junko escapes?
No, I was just...
How many victims do you think the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history has claimed?
I don't know, like... maybe 100 million?
Right now, it's finally started to calm down. If Junko Enoshima makes it to the real world, countless victims will fill the streets. The world will regress to an era of bloodshed, chaos, and worldwide rioting.
So that's why you're telling them to start the shutdown sequence? To prevent that? You're telling them to turn back into ultimate despair and lose all the memories they made in this world. Even among them, there are those who will simply cease to exist. And you're telling them to just deal with it?
Wait, she's making good points. This iteration of Junko's a fair bit more persuasive than the last time we met her, I must say.
At this point, this is the only way.
No. There is another way. As long as they choose to graduate, they can pass along their avatar's memories.
Yeah?
And everyone here will be able to hold hands and keep on living.
Yeah.
Well, everyone who died will be taken over by me, but don't you think that's a better fate than being a vegetable for the rest of their life?
You guys, you can't buy into this. Think carefully about which is true hope.
And which is true despair.
What shall we do?
You're asking us? You're telling us to decide?
Damn it! Why'd it turn out like this?
Seems like there's not a good option here. And we're debating some more.
If everyone can overcome despair, you guys should be able to grasp true hope.
If our memories up until now disappear,
Whoa.
I will not even remember the reason everybody died.
Are you really going to let her take over your friends' bodies?
You might think I'm a fool, but I want to see Peko one more time.
If we turn back into ultimate despair, the Future Foundation might kill us, right?
We won't let them do that.
Do you have that sort of power?
Future Foundation's fault. They're the ones who stuck us in this messed up world!
For your protection.
If Junko escapes to the real world, there will be countless victims again.
I know, but...
Everyone's hope is in conflict. Such despair!
Graduator shut down. The world or me. Hope or despair. They're telling us to choose? Choose between that? Why? Why do we have to choose? Oh. What happened? Normally you can loop those.
I can't do it.
Huh? Can't do it?
I can't choose. You guys are telling us the world's going to be destroyed unless we sacrifice ourselves.
A world we don't know. Stakes we can't confirm. We're all in a game. Who knows? You could all just... You might not even be real. I mean, I think you probably are, but who's to say?
And that... I can't decide. I can't choose either one.
Hajime!
Shut up! Leave me alone! This is just too much. Why do I have to be a part of this? I mean, I'm different from the rest of you. And I don't even have a talent. But even so, I got dragged into this. And now, my existence is going to disappear? I don't understand it at all.
Both choices are hopeless.
How much of ourselves do we have to sacrifice?
This burden, don't you dare make us shoulder it.
There's no way we can handle this on our own.
Everyone, get a hold of yourselves.
Look, it's easy to say when you're not the one on the chopping block, Kyoko.
It's impossible! For someone like me, it's impossible. I can't choose the future! Hope, despair, do whatever you want. It's not my problem!
That's...
And there's no answer. So you've chosen to make no choice at all. Jeez, once again, this went exactly as I expected. I get so hopelessly bored when everything goes according to plan. Oh well, since I have everyone's data, I kind of figured things would play out like this. That is, unless something else hopelessly unpredictable happens.
What are you getting at this time, Junko?
Well, I can say that, but the chance of something convenient happening is hopeless. After all, this is a game. A world where everything progresses with predetermined harmony.
You don't have any, like, RNG back there helping you out?
Fine. I guess it's okay. You don't have to force yourself to make a choice. A futureless future. I think it's fine if that exists too. As long as you don't yearn for hope, you'll never fall victim to despair.
That's a despairing philosophy in and of itself.
That goes for me too. As long as I don't yearn for despair, I'll never need to hope for it. So, let's all free ourselves from this curse and stay here as the best of friends.
What?
Let's immerse ourselves in this tropical island life forever and ever. Forever and ever 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 and ever.
It's a long time. What?